Welcome to the Elite Podcast, where we discuss business, family, and life. Now, welcome to your hosts, Mr. H. Rod himself, Henry Rodriguez, and Ryan Arditi, the SCV MVP.
All right, everyone, we are back with the exclusive Elite Podcast episode. Doesn't even matter.
I don't even know what episode it is.
It's your favorite insurance guy, Henry Rodriguez, and I'm with
your boy, the SCV MVP.
MVP.
I'm excited.
Let's talk about Freddie Freeman and his son for a second, man.
You want to get sentimental real quick?
Kind of. But before that, dude, what is up with the voice's hair?
Should we show it?
Dude.
Can you blur his face?
Oh, my God. Blur the face and show the hair. Dude.
Look how long it is on the side.
What's your barber's name?
Fernando.
And then give me your phone. I'm gonna text a Mayday, urgent haircut needed.
Man,
what's going on, dude?
That's a lot of hate so early in the morning.
Should we bring Fernando to the top of the stairs to get this guy's haircut?
I've been busy.
Yeah.
Fernando,
I've been busy.
shout out. Hey, top of the stairs.
Yeah.
August 100.
Meet me there.
Come clean up your boy. The voice, dude.
We can have 100 haircuts before people are done here.
We've been working on something together. Don't worry about us.
It figures. The
Yeah.
voice with all the ideas.
Okay. It's okay.
All right,
He still looks good, though.
He
so,
always
yeah,
looks good. He always looks. He did trim the bottom half.
Thank
Makes him. You took off like 10 years, dude.
I know.
Like
It
a
was
little
getting
boy.
gray. It was definitely getting
It's like
gray.
George Clooney meets Antonio Banderas or something.
I always called him Jorge Clooney because everyone thinks he's Hispanic.
No, he looks like Clooney.
He does, 100%.
You guys-
I agree.
The George Clooney of Santa Clarita.
The Jorge Clooney of Santa Clarita.
Call me what you want. Just call me.
You guys both look Hispanic, though.
Well, I am.
You are? Oh, okay. Sorry. All right.
You want to get there?
We'll talk. Freddie. Let's talk Freddie.
Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Dude, so what? The voice, I know you were looking it up. What happened to his son?
Growing pains, completely on the highest level of growing pains, right? Like had him like bedridden. He couldn't move.
I mean, it was like, speaking of urgent Mayday, he had to take time off.
Yes.
Obviously, right?
Yes.
To go see his son. I mean, I think it was an urgent care or IC. It was
I
bad.
think he was at Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really
LA.
bad. And it's my
Shout out to
understanding-
Children's Hospital, by the way.
100%.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. But it's also my understanding that he is out of the hospital now, but he's in rehab, and I think they have to rehabilitate him in terms of like learning how to walk again.
Man.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Well, he's only like 1 year old. I don't even think he's walking yet.
No, well,
No,
then,
he's
then,
young.
then maybe I got bad
He's young.
information.
One thing I know about kids, they're resilient, man.
They are resilient.
He's gonna bounce right back.
We
God
did have a
bless him.
6-game losing streak since he was out. Should we?
Well, they got one back. They got
Yeah.
one back. And you know what's funny?
We
I was
miss him.
fortunate to be at the game when Freddie returned, and the standing ovation, like the love that he got from LA. It just shows the passion that LA has for our Dodgers. We really bleed blue. And I mean, you know what was even more interesting, and actually like just the respect from man to man. The Phillies were in town. Yes, we beat them. But they even gave him the opportunity to kind of like take in the moment. You should have seen. I mean, you watched it live, right?
I watched it, and I know you were there.
Yeah.
So I was
It was a moment.
I was completely jealous because I've been there when there's moments, and I could only imagine there wasn't a dry eye in the building.
Yeah.
I mean, even watching it on TV, it was kind of like choke you up.
Yeah.
You know, that's your kid.
Yeah.
You know, you could put yourself in that situation and know what that man's been going through, and for him to come back out on the field and play, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And
Max
he's
Strong.
he's a humble superstar.
Yeah,
Freddie,
he is.
Right?
He is. He
Like, if
is.
there's one guy who deserves like all of that love, it's definitely him.
Yeah.
For sure.
Freddie Freeman, all the love, man. Max Strong for sure. And yes, LA showed him all the love yesterday. Cool experience. The entire stadium got up, gave him a standing ovation for like 2 or 3 minutes. I've never seen something like that. Very, very cool experience.
At least we won too.
And
finally.
we won.
Jeez
and
Louise.
we won. Yeah, it was about time.
I don't know, man.
Man. All right, guys. Should we bring in our guest?
Let's just get right to it. It's been a while.
Let's go. Drum roll, please. All right. We have Todd, owner of Pocock Brewery. Welcome, brother.
Well, thank you, man. Thanks for having me in, man. I'm going to chime in on that Freddie Freeman thing, too, man. That was unbelievable to see that last night.
Yeah.
With the crowd, the Phillies, Harper giving him a hug when he got
Yes.
that base
Oh,
hit.
Harper,
That was-
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was really cool. Really cool.
It was a really, really cool. I mean, the whole thing. It was just, what a class act. The whole thing.
Totally.
So, yeah.
Totally.
So you are a Dodger fan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Todd. Why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
My name's Todd Tisdell. I grew up in Orange County, but I am a Dodger fan, not an Angel fan.
Thank God.
Yes.
But when I was there, they were the California Angels. That's how long ago it
Oh,
was.
wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Wally Joyner, right?
Yeah, when I was in high school.
You're going way back, Ryan.
Hey, I'm kind of
like-
old.
So
Like
you're the
stat guy.
Jim Edmond days?
Nolan Ryan days.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So that long ago, I'm 110. Yeah.
You're right behind Henry, man.
Yeah.
And then, came out here a while back. Been doing the LA thing since, the early 90s. But
Okay.
yeah.
And prior to us coming on here live, you were talking about kind of your journey and your progression up to the North LA County area.
Yeah.
What brought you all the way up here? Can you talk about that journey?
Yeah, so when I graduated from college, I was in the film and television business, and film and television business doesn't work in Orange County, really. I mean, it does. You just got to drive forever. So I came out this way. I just kept moving north, one thing after another. Man, I went from Long Beach to Burbank to the Valley, and then out here. So been out here since 2005.
Okay.
Really dig Santa Clarita. I wanted to get out here when I was in West Hills, and I'm like, man, let's go.
What got
Let's
you
take the
into that
family
industry?
here. So I was in college. I went to film school.
Okay.
So
you're like the real deal.
Yeah. So yeah. So
He could be directing us right now.
Yeah. Do we look okay?
I do.
The
I
setup's
do.
okay?
Makeup.
The voice needs to cut his dang hair.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not makeup. That's somebody else. But these lights and cameras and sound, everything's dialed in. Yeah.
Nice.
He's got that.
Shout out to Corin.
Yeah, we love you, Corey.
He's got that.
I was going to ask you, was Santa Clarita always on your radar, or what was your idea?
Oh, yeah, man,
Was
totally. Santa Clarita was always on my radar. I used to shoot out here all the time when I was in the film business, and that was a pretty brutal commute, man. It was like over 2 hours. So,
Is that 5 or 405 traffic or?
No, I'd come around the back way, like 210 to the 5 and hit that way. But because I was in like North Orange County.
Got it.
But yeah, it's just, the Santa Clarita's, I've always known about it. All of us Orange County kids, we would go to Disneyland all the time, right? But like our grad night, Magic Mountain.
Really?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whenever we
That's
were
what
making
we're known for.
Yeah, whenever we were
Where's
making
Santa
the cool
Clarita?
road trips.
Management. Oh, right there.
Yeah, exactly.
They just showed something, I think it was someone out here, where they showed all the famous people that have been to Magic Mountain.
Yeah,
It's a lot. You see that?
for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of
my
a thing.
I was really short on that.
Well, you are one of the famous people that
I
have been
got
there
like
for
a
sure.
half-second clip on that.
So, Todd, why don't you tell us a little bit about your brewery?
So we opened up the brewery in 2015 over in the Rye Canyon Business Park. So we're on Avenue Tibbetts, just kind of like down the hill from Valencia High School as you cross over New Hall Ranch. We were there for a long time, just kept going through expansion after expansion. And then the opportunity presented itself late 23 to take over the new space, or take over the space down on Main Street that was once occupied by Reyes. And so we moved in there, opened up that restaurant in January.
That's awesome.
If you have not been there,
Congratulations, man. Yeah, it's
if you have
huge.
not been there, it's amazing.
Thanks, man.
Amazing
Thank you.
location, good vibe. The
It's
voice and I went there recently.
Yeah.
Have a great time every time.
It's a great location. The city and I have been talking a long time about trying to get us down on Main Street. They wanted us down there, but there's not a lot of big enough space. We looked at what was the pool supply, but back when it was the market.
Vallarta?
Yeah.
No. It was a Tres Sierras.
Tres Sierras.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tres
okay,
Sierras.
okay.
Tres
Remember
Sierras.
that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
Tres
this
Sierras.
goes back a little ways, and we looked at the old sound station space. We were trying to see if we could work out a deal with Danny when he used to own
At the
that
corner.
place. Yeah, at the corner.
That
right
would have
there,
been a
yeah.
really cool spot.
Yeah, that was a cool spot. But then everything else is real small because it's all 1930s, 40s
Yeah.
buildings. So when they built that new building, there on Main Street in that little infill, I'm like, okay, well, let's wait for that to come available, and then it did. So
Well,
we
the
moved in.
rooftops are
Manifested.
The
Yeah.
rooftop
Yeah.
is cool,
Manifested.
man.
Yeah. I've been in that rooftop prior to the new ownership.
Oh,
right?
it's way better now.
Shots fired.
Bang, bang.
But what a great location. So like it sounds like you've had you were looking at various locations.
Yeah.
What sold it on this one?
I mean, so we wanted to be on Main Street, so it was there weren't a lot of choices, and when that came along, we just jumped at it. The rooftop on that building is, it's the only thing,
Yeah.
right? There's nothing in Santa Clarita that's
I
like
it.
that.
Right.
Yeah,
It's very, very
exactly.
unique to Santa
It's a
Clarita.
vibe for sure.
Yeah, and it's a really cool place to hang out. During the summer it's a little hot, but once the sun goes down, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
We got shade up there with umbrellas and things like that. But it's really cool. It's crazy, man. We'll have 125 people up there on a Friday or Saturday
Wow.
night. It's
It's a
bumping.
whole vibe.
It's a really cool place.
So I like when you get out the elevator.
Yeah.
When we did our event.
Yeah,
and
we-
you had
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
coming out the elevator. We had a red carpet. I mean, it was like a literally
yeah.
luxurious vibe up there.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's a really cool space. They did a good job building that
Yeah.
building. I mean, every building's got its things, but the way they set it all up, they really paid attention to what they were doing.
Talk to us about like where'd you get your inspiration for the theme of the restaurant?
I mean, the theme of the restaurant really jumps off from what we were doing already at the brewery. The brewery is it's a casual come in, hang out kind of vibe. It's not a theme, It's not a Western bar.
Okay.
It's not a 80s bar. It's not any of those kinds of things. It's just a chill easy to hang out, easy to be with your friends. Come, you can pop down for 4 hours and just have people come and go.
Come for happy hour. Come get a beer after a long day.
Yeah, it's just super casual, and we did the same thing for the new place.
Okay.
Just keep it casual. You want to come and hang out. We're not gonna, it's a restaurant that serves our beer. We're not going to push you out after 45 minutes. Hey, you're done. Here's your receipt.
You're just going to give him another beer.
Exactly. just like, hey man, you can hang out. Don't worry about it.
I was going to ask him, when you started this dream of the brewery, did you envision multiple locations, the expansion that you're going through?
It's wild. When we first opened the brewery, we were considering going into food, and then we kind of like backburnered it for a while. And just we were concentrating on beer, getting the beer out there into the marketplace. It is a manufacturing brewery. I mean, we produce a lot of beer. And then when COVID hit, we kind of noticed the preferential treatment that the county was giving to restaurants as opposed to breweries and a couple other things out there. They didn't consider us, a necessity, so they just kept us shut down. And that was a really rough time. Thankfully we still had a pretty good distribution footprint, and it was, we just sold our cans to liquor stores and things like that. And we kind of saw the writing on the wall, and we're like, okay, let's reopen this plan to put a restaurant there at the brewery. So we opened up the pizza kitchen. We've become pretty well known for the pizza that we serve out of that place. And then, we've always thought multiple locations would be a cool idea. So, when this opportunity down on Main Street presented itself, we kind of jumped on it.
Man, what a hard pivot, huh? I love hearing about successful business owners and how they weathered the storm during the pandemic. And that's a hard pivot, man.
You had to make quick decisions because it was, for the first 3-4 months, nobody knew what the heck was going on, right? We were all just shell shocked. Yeah. And then as it just kept marching on and marching on.
We were all like deers in the headlight, what do we do?
Yeah.
I remember my team just looking at me like, hey, boss, what do you do? I'm like, I don't know. I'm in the same boat as you guys.
Yeah.
It's funny. Real estate, we were booming. We were pretty busy.
You want to bring up real estate on this episode?
No, I'm just saying. Everyone was shut down, and in real estate, ask the voice. It was fire.
Yeah.
Well, it was crazy.
No one anything else to do other than that. You know what? This house is too small, and I can't stand my spouse. Let's move.
I need a home office now.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what Henry was saying, when COVID hit, they wouldn't allow you to even have people come in.
They wouldn't allow us to do anything. We could sell beer out the front door, but they couldn't come in the front door. Wow. So we had to put like a little shield up, and our regulars would come up to the door, and we would lift the flap and pass the beer through and take their credit card, the whole thing. It was crazy town, but that's what we would do.
Like a speakeasy. There was a few in town.
There
was a few.
You know what's crazy
The Voice, we went to a few of them.
I know nothing.
There were a couple places that were kind of like whatever to the rules.
It's funny you say that because I would go to one of my favorite restaurants, and Pocock is slowly but surely becoming one of them. But my current favorite restaurant, which we named nameless for the story, I would go
McDonald's stayed open. I know.
With this physique we're talking about, dude?
I'm sorry, Carl Jr.
I would go there purposely and do the takeout, but I wouldn't do the bring it to me. I wanted to go there because in the lobby area, you could, while you're waiting for your food,
to drink a margarita.
You can have a few cocktails. So it was very much a speakeasy vibes, but we all got through it.
Yeah. It was crazy. So a lot of the restaurants, they were able to kind of dodge some of the rules. Sure. For some reason, man, the county was all over breweries. You talk to any brewery, man, they would pop inspect us every couple of weeks, make sure we were following the rules. It was bonkers. For some reason, they just were on us.
It's tough being a business owner in California, which leads to my next question, if I can. Being a business owner and California not being so business friendly, what made you open up a business in California? And it sounded like you had a nice steady job in the film and industry.
Yeah, so I left the film industry actually prior to opening the brewery.
Oh, okay.
I left the film industry about 8-9 years before. I got into real estate investing. And left.
Ding, 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 ding.
Don't steal my thunder, Todd, because my punch is coming.
The build-up.
But then we decided to open the brewery. In California, I mean, I'm born and raised here. I don't have any intention to move. So if I'm going to open a business, it's going to be in California. I'm not going to commute back and forth to Texas every day or something crazy like that. The business environment is tough. But the business environment's tough in a lot of places. There's all kinds of rules, no matter where you go.
I agree.
The city of Santa Clarita is not too bad to work with. The county of LA is a huge, giant pain in the pain. Yeah. But the city of Santa Clarita is actually pretty cool.
They're extremely, extremely business friendly out here. Yeah.
Well, they're business friendly until they do concerts in the park, which is the exact opposite of business friendly. But yeah.
Understood.
I was going to ask a little bit about the brewery and the beer. Like, we get friends all the time, maybe that want to make their own beer, right? How did you go from making a beer into creating a business or an actual huge, company out here?
Yeah, so my brother-in-law and I, we started as homebrewers. It was a weird coincidence. We both got homebrewing kits on the same Christmas from different gift givers. So it was like pure coincidence.
Super random.
Yeah, totally random. And we're like, okay, well, since we both got this, let's figure this out together. So that's what we did, and we started homebrewing beer, and it really wasn't very good.
Did you have any experience before? Zero experience.
No,
never brewed beer ever
never
before.
brewed beer.
This is more of a hobby.
Yeah, just drank beer, and that's how I knew that what we were brewing wasn't so great.
That's how he knew what he was doing. We drank a lot of it.
Yeah. And we just, both of us were, just kind of committed to figuring this thing out, and we just kept trying and trying, trial and error. You change this, you change that, you get a little bit better processes. Being a home brewer is tough because you're doing everything like, you're cooling things with the bathtub. You're doing all these crazy things.
You're growing it in your backyard, right? All the yeast and all
exactly.
Yeah.
It's bonkers. But as you start to improve your processes, the beer starts to get better, right? And then the beer starts getting better. And then when our friends start requesting the beer for, hey man, can you make a batch of beer for my wedding? Can you make a batch of beer for this? Can you, we're like,
wow.
oh, maybe the beer is getting pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So we started
something here.
Yeah, so we started sending it out to like homebrew competitions and things like that, and got some recognition, which was cool. And then I'm kind of a, in the TV business, you're always opening a business. I was a line producer, exec in charge of production, so I was starting a business. We would run the TV show, and then close the business. So I've opened and closed 60 businesses during my during my life, and so starting a business is really not that big a deal to me. I mean, I really know how to do it, and so I drug my brother-in-law kicking and screaming and said, "Hey man, let's do this." And he's like, "Well, if you want to."
Sounds like my friend The Voice.
I was going to say, it sounds like you.
I know. He's the guy with all the ideas. Hey Henry, I got another business idea. Oh no, can we finish this one first?
What was the moment when you knew you had something, right? Do you still remember that moment? Like, okay, we actually have something that could work here.
So it was a specific batch of beer that we made the first time, and it was somebody wanted us to make a beer for a wedding, and it was my sister-in-law, and she is of English background, and she was marrying a guy from the Philippines, and we made a beer that was kind of a combination of both cultures. So we made an English ale that had a lot of mango in it. Mango is sort of the unofficial fruit of the Philippines, mango. When we took it to the wedding, it cleared out in 45 minutes.
Wow.
And that's cool.
And there were people that were smashed, right? I mean, they were drinking it so fast.
So they had a fun time.
Yeah, they were drinking it so fast, they had no idea what they were doing to themselves, and we're like, maybe we got something,
Yeah.
So, and that beer actually is Nuptials. That's our mango ale that you guys.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
cool
The
story.
beer's got to have a name, right?
Yeah, it's still on tap today. It's Nuptials. It was named because of the wedding thing. Yeah, it's the whole thing.
Got it. We'll give you our recipe for the future EliteX brand of
Sure.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
That'd be kind of cool.
You let me know.
That'd be kind
You
of
let me
cool.
know.
We had the sushi guy doing the sushi roll.
Yeah, there's a sushi restaurant, Hanasaki. Shout out to Hanasaki. They're gonna give us our own roll also.
Oh, cool.
So we'll get a beer at your place too.
Sure.
Perfect.
Just don't put his picture on it.
Just remember that we make batches no smaller than 500 gallons. So it's a lot of beer.
It's a lot of beer.
Do we have to pay for that up front?
I'm not saying, but yeah, you do.
I was gonna piggyback. Do you get those requests? Like, hey, can you make me a custom beer or?
We do,
Yeah.
and then a lot of times it's like, oh, I can't drink 500 gallons worth of beer. I'm like, no, I knew you couldn't. So, but we've done it a few times.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, exactly.
Todd, talk to us about the culture amongst local breweries. What is that like, and is it pretty competitive out here?
I mean, it's competitive, but it's not, right?
Okay.
We all are aware that we're each other's competition, but it's really more of a we work together. It's us against the big guys, right? And it's we've done collaboration beers with all the breweries here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've all come
cool.
together and made a beer together.
Really?
A couple
That's
of
cool.
different
That's
times.
awesome.
Yeah, a couple of different
So
times.
maybe we can get an elite.
Yeah,
beer.
maybe we can for sure.
Sure. So it's definitely a working relationship as opposed to like competitors where we're always, there's no animosity or anything like that.
I love that.
If we all work together and we're all making better beer and, we help, we help Santa Cruz because they're short on some hops, and they turn around and help us because we're short on some can lids or whatever. And it just helps everybody continue to work and make solid beer. And it's that whole rising tide, rises all ships.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys can your own beer as well, or is that another?
We do. Yeah, we can our own beer.
Everything.
We can our own beer in-house. Yeah.
Wow. Very cool.
Man, I wish real estate was like that, huh?
You want to keep bringing up real estate, huh?
Might as well just transition into that one.
So, Todd, speaking of real estate, I heard a rumor that you were a former realtor and have already
broker,
right?
That is different.
And in your career, have smashed numbers compared to Ryan in terms of how many transactions you've done. Any truth in it?
I don't know what Ryan's numbers are. I'm not even aware of what
not even
Ryan's
on the
numbers
list.
are.
I'm definitely not on the voices list. I don't know where that is.
I carry a broker's license. I've had it since back in the early 2000s. Like I said before, I got into real estate investing when I was in the TV business, and one thing just kind of led to another. Picked up a broker's license, opened up my own shop, and it was mostly to kind of like do my own deals and everything. But then the early 2000s happened, and I'm like, well, let's go ahead and get some agents in here and make some money. And then I've always still been in real estate investing ever since. Okay. I doubt I've done as many deals as you've done.
It's okay.
Only since because
I'm pretty confident you've done more.
We're getting an MVP beer here.
I mean,
okay?
my license is like 29 years, so I don't even know that you've had a license since that. 29 years, so.
I'm not that far behind.
Hey, you're actually
20.
pretty close, right?
Yeah. 0139. What are you?
Oh God, 01. I'm a 013 also.
Oh yeah,
I'm a 013. 0136.
013 tag team right there.
Yeah, right there.
Get the MVP squad.
So we're both old, but you shaved, so you can't tell. I got the gray beard.
I shaved this morning.
Yeah, I have to have a brewer's beard, so it's like, oh, there's my gray.
Love that. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing with that. Let's get back into the actually more on the restaurant side.
Yeah.
So you guys are slowly but surely also are getting known for like having like the pizza spot in town.
Yeah.
Tell us about the pizza, maybe your favorite, or how did it all come to fruition?
So when we were playing around with the idea of putting the restaurant in, with the whole COVID thing, we came up with the decision of doing pizza, but we didn't want to do just whatever pizza. And there's when you're making a decision to try and stay in business, it's really easy to say, we can serve hot dogs and we can open our doors, right?
Right.
But we just, we take a lot of time to make our beer and make it the best that we can. And so whatever we want to put out, food, we want to make it the best that we can. We all really like the Neapolitan style pizza. Nobody in town does a Neapolitan style pizza. Everybody does more like the standard pizza, and there's some places that do it really well. And we just didn't want to get into that scene, so we decided to go with the Neapolitan pizza. It definitely helped separate us from the crowd, we just try and keep it with quality. It's quality. I mean, we make all the sauces in-house. We make our own sausages in-house. We make our dough in-house. We import the pepperoni from New York. We just,
hungry already.
I know. It's like,
MVP pizza? Or
is it lunchtime already?
Yeah, exactly.
What's your favorite pizza?
Dude, I am like, I will just make some crazy combination. I can't. My favorite pizza is just a standard pepperoni pizza, right? It's everybody's favorite pizza.
Can't go wrong with that.
I really love the pepperoni that we have. It's like a spicy cup and char pepperoni.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Yeah, those are the smaller ones, right?
They're a little bit smaller and they curl up,
Yep.
and they get a little crispy.
Yep.
I really love that pepperoni. So if I'm just gonna like quick order a pizza, it's gonna be that.
Awesome.
But when you own a pizza place, you can kind of make whatever you want, right? So we
grew up in the pizza
That's
business,
kinda
man.
cool.
I've made some crazy combinations.
Yeah, we're getting all crazy all the time. And does this work? No, I don't know if that works. You try
ranch for sauce.
And you guys have like cool like trivia nights and stuff, right?
Yeah, we do trivia both at the pizzeria, the brewery pizzeria, and at Public House on Main Street. We do trivia on Tuesdays at Main Street, Wednesdays at the brewery. We do bingo on Thursdays at the brewery. We've got live music on Saturdays at the brewery. We've got live music on Thursdays at the Main Street. We just opened our new event space at the brewery called the Barrel Room. We're booking all kinds of fun stuff in there. So we have live band karaoke 2 Fridays a month. Starting in September, we're going to have country line dancing the other 2 Fridays a month.
Okay. Very cool.
You want to start line dancing?
I'm good. I'll watch you though. I'm going to watch
Me
you.
and the voice? Well, yeah, we'll do it.
Sure.
How about turn over the voice? Any questions for us, man?
Yeah, actually, I've been brought in a couple of times because someone bought me a beer, and you guys have a wall on there.
Oh yeah, to buy your friend a beer.
Buy your friend a beer. Where did that concept come from?
I can't take credit for that, man.
Okay.
It's been a brewery thing forever. It's just gift cards on a chalkboard.
Okay.
And when you're first starting out, gift cards on a chalkboard is a lot easier than gift cards, right?
Yeah,
So and it's just become a cool thing. There's people on there that bought a buy your friend a beer thing, and they've kept their name on there the whole time because they did it day one, right? And they still want to be in that first position up on the corner. Like that whole first, there's I don't know, there's like 8 or 9 columns of probably 30 names in each column. That whole first column is mostly people that'll never cash it in.
I'm super naive about this. What is
I
this?
am too.
Because my friends here have not bought me a beer.
What is this?
Did you check the wall yet?
I don't know.
Maybe you
what
are
is
on there.
Can you please explain?
We'll stop raising premiums.
Maybe check your friends.
Wow.
Maybe they're not friends.
Checking my friends for sure.
If you didn't raise premiums on a regular basis, we would be able to afford to buy you a beer.
I like the voice with the hair.
Okay, I'll buy my own beer then. I'll buy my own beer.
How does it work? You pay a certain
So somebody
amount?
comes in and they're like, hey, my buddy Ryan wants to, I want to buy him a beer, right? So they're like, let's put $20 on the board for him. We put your name up on the board. Then the next time you come in, you go looking at the board and you're like, oh, there's my name. You just cash it in at the
And then
bar.
what if it's only like $7 for the beer? Then I have 13 left, or
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just whittles
Cool,
down
we're
the whole
good.
way. We've also got a whole column on the right side of that, which is all people that have put money in for like first responders, military,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
nurses.
That's awesome.
It's like organizational stuff, right? So there's like $500 up there for the Marine Corps.
Wow,
a bunch of
that's
stuff
awesome.
for like
That's super
SCD
cool.
Yeah, that
Sheriff,
is cool.
LAPD.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's the community coming out in Santa
love that.
Clarita. And
SCV.
putting,
Yeah,
all about
putting
it.
money in for those first responders, and it's a
Okay.
really cool
About
thing.
it.
And so some Marine comes in, we're not going to let him cash in the whole $500 and throw a party, but he's basically always got a beer waiting for him.
Right,
That's
right,
pretty
right.
cool to do it.
That's pretty cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Do you guys sell beer by the keg?
We do. We do. You can come in and buy a keg for a party.
And do we get one for having you on this episode?
Oh, you know what, man? Even Ryan said, "Hey, bring some beer with you," and I just brain locked and I didn't bring any beer. So
Ryan,
I was
We'll
gonna,
do the live.
no, not him.
No.
He said it.
I tried to bring in beer for
He
us.
said it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what? We could choose any beer and get in on keg.
If we have it available.
Okay,
Yeah, it's if we have
so
it.
how much time in advance would you need? I'm looking for a keg of the Hefeweizen.
Shooter's gonna shoot.
Yeah,
He's going
for the
for it.
Hefeweizen for September 14th. We have an event out here, the Michael Hoffman Foundation. I'm donating a keg, and I would love to support you and your business.
Sure.
So I would love to purchase a keg of your Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how many? We plan to have 300 to 400 people in attendance. How many kegs do we need? We got a tap truck.
I mean, you're going to have a tap truck, so you're going to have other beers there. You're probably going to have wine. You're probably going to, I don't know if you're going to have a bar with cocktails. So you got to remember, you're not trying to give everybody a beer because a lot of people are going to drink other stuff.
Sure.
So you probably don't need more than one half barrel keg.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'm going
Todd
on
knows his
record.
stuff.
Okay.
I told The Voice I'm willing to donate a keg as well. On the record. On the record.
I won't believe it.
Are we
until I
going? Are
see
we
it.
going Pocock?
Yeah, we're going Pocock.
All right.
Pocock.
Cool. We got
All
you
right.
well covered.
All right.
I do
You guys
believe
are
that we do have some Emma's Crown Car
Brewery,
available.
right? All right,
Pocock Brewery.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not your cock, Pocock.
Easy,
okay?
easy. I didn't even get to hear what Todd was saying because you were interrupting.
No, it's okay. We
with
have Emma's available right now. So yeah, I can, we'll talk off the air.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
A few more questions, Todd, and we'll wrap it up, man, because it's already been a pleasure. What's your favorite part of being a business owner?
You know what? It's the new thing every single day. Like this business and most businesses are this way. You wake up in the morning, you've got your list of stuff that you forgot to do the day before or that you didn't get to the day before, and you check all that stuff off the list. But something is going to hit you every single day, and it keeps it interesting for sure, man. I mean, some of the times the things are like, what? You want me to do that?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't expect that. But other times you're like, oh, okay, cool. New challenge. Let's go ahead and tackle it. It just keeps you on your toes. It's really interesting. I like that a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's certainly it's a different challenge every day.
A different challenge,
Yes,
absolutely
every
single
day.
We talked a little bit about the name. Can you just talk how that came to fruition as well? Actually, the name of
Yeah,
the brewery?
Pocock is an English surname. It's my wife's maiden name.
Okay.
It's my brother-in-law's. The one that we started the business together. It's his last name. He got married, but he kept it. And it goes back to the 1600s in British Isles, where it split off from the name Peacock. I tell everybody, whenever you see a last name that ends in cock, it's usually a British Isles name. It's just they just love roosters there, and it's just a surname thing that they've always done.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool story.
Yeah. Very, very cool. All right. Well, that being said, should we wrap it up?
This went way too fast.
It did.
Oh
we
my
can go
gosh.
on forever.
I don't know.
But next time we're gonna bring beer.
Okay.
Yeah, we're having another episode.
We'll do it again
Actually,
and I'll
we'll do
bring
it
beer.
from the brewery.
Actually, before one last question.
Yeah.
So you started off of Avenue Tibbetts, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, and now you have a new location on Main Street.
Yep.
Any future plans for future expansions?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Can you just
Care
can we disclose where? Yeah.
Can we get an EliteX
we got
podcast
breaking news,
exclusive?
yeah.
I love when we get exclusive.
I love when we get exclusive also.
There is something in the works right now. I can't talk about it.
Okay.
It's and then there are future locations that we're working on
In Santa Clarita?
Yeah.
the stuff that we're working on right now is going to be something in Santa Clarita.
Oh, okay.
wow.
Well,
I like
we're gonna have to get you back on the another episode when that comes to fruition.
You got it.
Todd, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
All right, thanks guys. Appreciate
All
it.
right,
Yeah,
EliteX
thanks,
podcast. It's your favorite insurance guy, Henry Rodriguez.
It's your boy, the SCV MVP with the voice, and we out.
We're out.